Up around the railways. Tell me about your personal rail ties.
I grew up in a small town village called Will River, BC, in northern BC, and the town was literally separated by the train that came first thing in the morning and at night. So we grew up directly next to the train. My stepdad worked for the railway all his life, and most people in that small town either worked for trucking, worked in the bush, or worked for the railway. So the railway's always been either waiting for a train to cross to go to town or planning around it or knowing when the train is coming. So that was definitely a big part of where I grew up in northern BC.
Your company, Masqua, has been a great partner in helping OL Canada tread into Roblox. And we'll have more on that launch in the coming weeks. But how have you seen gamification used to share messages with young people?
Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been in games for about 20 years now. And what we've seen, especially over the last 4 or 5 years with Roblox, is a trend to really make sure that you're building games where people are. So there's never been a bigger platform as Roblox is that speaks authentically to a wide range, but basically under 22-year-old market, and builds games very quickly. Not only builds games, but builds games about subjects that you might not think as an older person, and me as an older person, that people will want to play. So, for example, like one of the biggest games is how do you grow a garden? I think the game that we made together in partnership is going to be fun and also learning. But I think you have to think about games not something that's interactive and that people can take away from it, that people can also add to the experience as well. So I think that's the biggest change. It's similar, but there's some new elements to it that are pretty exciting to build on Roblox for.
How has growing up Métis shaped your approach to business?
Yeah, it's another good question. Yeah, I'm Métis on my mom's side, and it's not something I really think about because I am AT, but I think it does change the type of projects we did. Like with the team, we're doing a combination of working with some great organizations as yourself to make some really interactive experiences, but also just to think of the world in looking at the world through a Métis lens. So we also do other games that talk about Métis culture and really thinking of Roblox as a learning experience, like I said before, and trying to get new developers into Roblox to build. So I think that's the biggest thing that I take away from it with my Métis heritage.
Well, thank you for partnering with us and for your commitment to spreading rail safety.
Now, Marcy, can't wait for everyone to see what we're building together.